Welcome back to the Fantasy League. This is the final week of the regular season. Only one of our little crew is not going to join a bit further. So here are our standings for last week. Terry and Stefan clearly leading on that front. Darius and me got some catching up to do. And we do that with the final Super Week predictions. So here's Darius. And points everywhere. Though he seems to have gone for the favoured teams. In the wins, at least. There's Martin and myself. And Martin, when he did his little maths thing, I just went for sweeps. And Stefan and Terry also mainly went for sweeps. Because we need points anywhere. And there's only one way to gain those points, and that's to see if we got the predictions right. Rundown time. Friday, Game 1, Schalke versus Vitality. And Schalke got themselves a good start to the game. Got themselves a dragon. Nice and early. First blood, though, was at the top lane. Nice little team fight, and it went to Vitality. Herald did go to Schalke, while Vitality and that Rumble were trying to take a dragon. And was used at some point, not that we saw it, because it went to Vitality anyway, and the Baron also went there. And Vitality just stormed themselves to a win. Game 2, SK versus Astralis. And Dragon went to SK before any blood was spilled. And Herald went to Astralis. No kills at nearly 8 minutes 30. First blood though finally got there, the latest of the season. He went to Astralis at the top lane. Bottom tower did go to SK though. But kills happened. Astralis got themselves the Baron. And 4 minutes later, they took out a Nexus. Eventually. Game 3, XL versus Rogue. And first blood. Bottom lane. It went to XL. It was a nice kill. Herald also went to XL. Dragon was secured by Rogue, as they had that river locked down. Bottom tower though, did go XL's way. And then, this happened. Baron was secured by XL, the team fight was secured by Rogue, who then fought back and got themselves the win. Game 4 of Friday was Midlines versus G2. And a nice little 2v2 went the way of G2. There was a revenge kill that happened like a second later. Herald did go to Mad Lions, and Dragon went to G2. Around 11 minutes, the season of late dragons. Tower did go to Mad Lions with that acquired Herald. And they got themselves the Baron as well. But G2 held on, got themselves a Soul and an Elder. And got that win as well. And final game of Friday, Misfits versus Fnatic. In a fight for positions in the top. First blood went to Adam by defending around a tower. And Fnatic got themselves a dragon as well. They also got themselves a Herald. It was just working out well for them. Herald bonked the top tower, giving Fnatic that objective as well. But it was Misfits that ended up with a Baron. Got themselves sorted. And it was another Elder that got themselves a win, even though Fnatic got the Soul. So 2 days left. Let's bring it on to Saturday. Misfits now taking on SK. First blood ended up to SK in this bot lane brush cluster. Dragon also went their way. Herald was just taken away from Misfits. And they got themselves a top tower as the first tower objective as well. But again, Misfits got themselves the Baron when it counted. And with a Cloud Soul, got themselves the win as well. Game 2, Astralis versus XL. Only one of these could go forward really. And Astralis got themselves the first Herald. Dragon was taken by XL. And then, First Blood finally happened in the bottom lane. It went Astralis' way. Just about. But top tower was taken by XL. Nice and clean. And then in a game of few kills, the Baron ended up getting taken by XL. And a few more kills later, they got themselves an all-important win. Game 3, Rogue versus Vitality. Vitality really needed this win, and well, with the first dragon, they were helping themselves towards it. First Blood happened at the bottom lane, just a pile on down around the tower. Then, Herald, again, was stolen. Then, Rogue got themselves the first tower, got themselves the top tower, it was fine. Then, Baron was taken by Vitality, something you can see during this teamfight replay. And they got themselves the win. They kept their playoff chances alive. Game 4, G2 versus Schalke. First Blood was taken by Schalke in the mid lane. Dragon was also taken by them. Because at the same time, G2 got themselves a Herald. Unusual for G2 for Heralds, but they did it anyway. First tower was taken by Schalke in the middle of this top lane incident. Baron was taken by Shulker as well, and they got themselves a soul. But it was G2 that took Elder and got them the win. And final game is Saturday, Fnatic versus Midlines. First Blood taken by Fnatic during this absolute massive team fight down in the bot tower, and they got themselves the first dragon of the game as well. They also got themselves the Herald. Cross-map play seemed to work out very well for them. They also got themselves the first tower, while Mundo goes where he pleases. But Baron was taken by Midlines just after the 24-minute mark. And then another Baron got themselves the win as well. 1 day to go. Sunday is Rogue versus SK. And Rogue spent a long time chasing a Tristana to get themselves the first blood. And then Herald was taken by SK. Clean as you like. Though the first tower was taken by Rogue on the bot lane. While Herald was spawned. Just about. And Baron was taken by Rogue as well. The win, and the soul, and top was taken by Rogue. Right, Vitality versus Astralis. Game 2 and First Blood was taken in the middle of a dragon fight by Vitality. And Dragon was also theirs. As was the Herald. I can guess what you're thinking. Was it a sweep? Well, okay, yes, it was. Tower was taken cleanly. Baron taken 24 minutes after a big team fight, and they got themselves the win quickly after that, and that took Astralis out of playoff contention. Schalke versus Fnatic was next, and First Blood eventually taken between a Mundo and Mordekaiser top lane fight. Herald was taken by Fnatic, though they did take a little bit of poke damage through that. But they also went across the map and got themselves the dragon. And mid lane tower as well. And they got themselves a 20-minute Baron. And finally got themselves the win. And that was Schalke's last game in the LEC. Game 4, Misfits versus Midlines. And this started with a mid lane dance that I'm not showing on here because we're going to objectives. First Blood in the bot lane for Midlines. Herald was eventually taken by Misfits after a little bit of a scuffle in the river. And they got themselves the bot lane tower with it. Midlines though got themselves the first dragon at 20 minutes. 4 minutes later, they got the Baron. And then they got themselves a win with an absolute kill fest. Last game of the regular split, G2 versus XL. And XL got themselves a clutch First Blood and got themselves the Herald as well. Then Dragon did go to G2, but everything was still XL's way until after they got this first tower. For too long, G2 did G2 things, and they got themselves the Baron from it, and got themselves the win as well, eliminating XL from playoff contention. So, before we carry on, we have the Battle of the Bots. Turns out, Terry's predictive script for Perky actually worked, and it thrashed Pinky. But for us, at the end of week 8, Terry won the regular season, and I'm eliminated at 276. So, we discussed on the podcast who Terry would be facing in the playoff round, and he chose Stefan, so they'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. Then Darius and mine will be taking on each other in a shorter period, so we're taking a week off. We'll see you then.